In this video, we are going to discuss about how to write a query statement used for the max function and create a subquery to connect to a table. So here we are going to discuss the max function, and we are going to discuss how to write a subquery to a available query and connect the tables. First of all, we will see the requirements. This is the continuation of the exam mark DB, so we will continue from the point where we stopped. So question set 21. What is the highest mark obtained in the first term mathematics subject? So here we must find the max mark. Here I have already written the query for the max mark. Select max mark from exam mark record. Inner join, I have inner join the subject table and inner join the exam table. And we must give the condition where subject dot id where subject.id equals to mathematics and term, is it for first term or second term? First term, no? First term, okay. Subject equals mathematics subject. Okay, we will execute the query. Okay, here I must take the subject name, not the ID. Sorry. Now okay, the max mark is 90. We will move on to the next requirement. What is the highest mark obtained in the second term science subject? We can use the same query with changes in the condition. Here it comes, the term changes to second term and the subject name changes to science. So we will execute the query. The max mark for first, sorry wait, for the second term science subject is 95. We'll move on to the next query. What is the highest mark obtained by the students for all the subjects in the second term? So what is the highest mark? Here we no need to mention the subject name because they have asked all the subject, no? So without the subject name we will only mention the term name in the condition and execute and see what is the highest marks of all the subjects. 98.5 is the highest mark of all the subjects in the second term. We will move on to the next requirement. Which subject got the highest mark in the second term? So we will write the query. This is the query for this fourth requirement. Which subject got the highest mark? We have select the subject name from the subject and we have given the condition where subject ID and mentioned or written a subquery to select the subject ID from the student subject ID from the student mark record where the mark, and we have written another subquery to select the max mark. We have instead of joining the tables, I have written in a subquery format, so we can obtain the subject name. We will see what is the subject name. The subject name is Sinhala language and literature. So I think the highest marks for the second term is obtained in the subject name, Sinhala language and literature. We will move on to the next requirement. Find the details of the student who got highest mark in the second term. That means now highest mark is Sinhala language and literature. We must find the details of the student who obtained this mark. So we will write the query for that. Here we have written the query for the fifth requirement to find the details of the highest find the details of the student who obtained the highest mark in second term. Here we must find the all details. No, so I have given select all from student inner join the student table on student index no, where student index no equals to the exam mark record student index no, where mark, and I have given a written the mark query mark in the subquery where to select the max mark from student exam mark record inner join exam term on student exam mark record term id equals to the exam tables term id, where the term name equals second term. So we will find who is the student obtain the highest mark in second term. Student select all. I have not wait the student name. And I have not get max here. I need to give it as max mark. Now we'll execute and see. What is the error here? Wait a minute. There was a small mistake here. I didn't mention the equal sign. Now the details of the student has here it is mentioned the student index no, first name, last name, gender, contact no, and his class ID and his subject ID and his term ID and his mark 98.5. That's no, there's another one more requirement. Find the details of the student who got the highest mark in mathematics in the first term examination and the class in which he is studying. And we must find the details of the student and his class. So here we can find the details. Select all from student and here we need to inner join the class table with the student table. No, select all is all term name. Wait, I will write the query. This is the details of the student who got the highest, I think highest mark in mathematics in the first term examination. So here I have selected the first name, last name, gender, contact no, class name from student table, and inner join the class table on student.class id and check whether the that id is equal to the class table's class id, and I have inner join the student table to student exam mark record table, and I have written a subquery for mark to select the max mark, and I have within the subquery I have inner join the exam term table and the subject table, and given the condition first term and subject name mathematics. That's all for this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.